We're at Budapest, Hungary, and I have with me a very special guest over here, Neeraj Kanwar, the Vice Chairman and Managing Director at Apollo Tyres. Neeraj, thank you so much for taking out time and speaking to Moneycontrol. For starters, give us a sense of this new business model that you've launched here at Budapest, Hungary. This is something that has been in the works for a while, a new digital initiative called Avolve, which is looking at improving the operational efficiencies of all your key customers, essentially the CV fleet operators. Tell us, why should it be attractive to them, and how will this digital initiative make them leaner and meaner firms and help them to also save costs in the process?
Well, as you said, it's a very new innovation, and Apollo is all about innovation and technology. We are putting a lot of money into digitization and trying to see how we can look after our customers and how we can get more loyalty from our customers. And so today, fleet owners are running 100 trucks plus. They need to know more data about how well they can service their vehicle, how well they can service their tires. And with that data, they can increase their CPK. They can reduce the cost per kilometer of their tires, and they can save on fuel consumption. And so that's what we are trying to see on how we can enrich through data, how we can enrich the fleet customers and then get more loyalty of the end customer, of the drivers who are driving the trucks.
How's been the response so far? I was looking at some of the data that was shared, 10 to 15% cost reduction as far as some of the initial trials are concerned. And I also believe that this is going to be a brand agnostic service.
Yes.
Some thoughts on that front?
So yeah, that is what Apollo is all about. It's all about the customer loyalty. And you said it right, 15% is the reduction of his running off his vehicle. We've got very good customer base coming. As you know, we've got our 100 dealers over here who are already part of this. And so it's an exciting time. Let's see. It's too early to say anything, but it's an exciting time.
It's also going to be an interesting time for some of your rivals, some of the other tire manufacturers as well, right?
Well, yes, it is. I think Apollo always takes the lead in such new initiatives. I'm very excited about it, and so let's see what happens.
All right, game on as far as Apollo Tyres is concerned. Let's now quickly shift focus to your set of numbers that were announced. Impressive set of numbers, nearly a fourfold increase in net profit, if you were to look at it from a YOY basis. Other than the softening rubber prices, and the strong set of vehicle sales that have come in the first few months of this year, any other factors that contributed to this impressive performance this time around?
Well, I think there's been a huge, sharp focus on cost controls across the organization, manufacturing cost, looking at logistics cost, supply chain, and that's also contributed, other than the raw material being softening. Price corrections were taken, which are still sticking in India and will continue to stick in India. And so net, a basket of all of this is what you see in the balance sheet.
Right. If you look at the annual numbers, your net profit is up 73% on a YY basis. If you look at the revenues, it's up 17%. Neeraj, give me a sense of the kind of economic environment under which these numbers have been registered. What are some of the challenges that you're facing as a tire company, on the demand front as well?
So volume on 17% is the increase in net revenue. Most of it has come through pricing and richer product mix. Okay, volumes have been flat or negative, and that's a big challenge. But now, when I go forward into the new fiscal year, in the month of April, we're already seeing signs of recovery happening in commercial vehicles and in passenger vehicles. So that's a positive sign for me. And so you will see double-digit growth in India coming soon. And so that's why I'm pretty bullish. Plus, the money that's going into infrastructure by the Indian government also gives me a positive sign that, yes, there will be freight, there will be people movement on the roads, and so we will see a much better recovery.
Very quickly, your outlook on rubber prices going ahead?
Well, I think they have flattened and eased out. I believe, at least for H1, I can't predict into H2, but H1, these are the raw material prices, they will stay flat at these levels.
Right. Now, Neeraj, if you were to look at some of the other factors, going ahead, if you were to look at Apollo Tyres, what are some of the geographies that you think, in your opinion, are the next pockets of growth? the next rising stars as far as the Apollo revenue mix is concerned, where are you seeing maximum traction? Because you are indeed not just a India player, you have presence in several other countries as well.
So India and Europe are our domestic markets, right? And for us, we've invested into the brand and into the sales organization in the US, North America. So US is now our next focus market, which we are looking at. Already we've been there for 2+ years. We're doing revenues of around 115 million last year, dollars. So we're looking at this vision to go up to $300 million in US alone by 2026. I think that's a easy target to achieve. I have to take a tougher target, but yeah, it's a milestone that we will achieve. And also looking at Middle East, I think Saudi is a big market, and we have already started selling in those markets. So Middle East is in the horizon, whereas America is really upfront, and we're looking at focused marketing over there.
Right, Neeraj, I look at the deal space rather closely. So, I'm tempted to ask you this. Any fundraising plans going ahead? Any plans on the inorganic front, either domestically or globally as far as M&A or acquisition route is concerned?
No. For the next 2 to 3 years, we are going capex light. We are investing heavily into digitalization. We are investing into sustainability. The past fiscal, our capex was 800 crores. We're looking at 1,100 crores for the new fiscal. So not really. We're not looking at any expansions. We're going totally capex light, and we want to increase our focus on balance sheet ratios, looking at ROCE going up. Currently, in Q4, if we were to annualize, our ROCE has reached 13.4. We were under 10. EBITDA margins are hopefully should go above 15%. So all focus is on balance sheet ratios, making the balance sheet much more healthier, looking at internal consolidation, because for the past 11 years, we've invested in 3 big greenfields, one in Chennai, one in Andhra, and one in Budapest. So now it's time to sit back and enjoy the ride.
Right. One last question before I let you go, Neeraj. You've also been reappointed as the managing director for a period of 5 years, starting next year. There are a few business families in India who have seen the next generation take over. We have seen a few business groups wherein some of the next generation has taken over as directors on the board of some of the group companies. Any such plans brewing at Apollo Tyres, going ahead as far as your next gen is concerned?
No, not at all. I'm here to stay, and I don't see my next gen coming in.
All right, fair enough. Thank you so much for speaking to Moneycontrol once again, and all the best for the coming quarters, Neeraj. With that, it's a wrap from Budapest, Hungary. This is Ashwin, Mohan signing off. Stay tuned to Moneycontrol for more news, views, and updates.